Hey everybody, and welcome back to the WrestleDude YouTube channel. As here today we have some more news concerning the AEW consoles game coming off of AEW's 2-Point Show, episode number 4, and I'm mostly going to be talking about the console game stuff. They had some updates for the GM game, and they had updates for the casino game, but as I've mentioned before, those aren't really the games that I'm more interested in. Console game is kind of more where I'm at, so we had some pretty freaking big updates for this. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought of the updates for this, but we're jumping right into it here, and we're jumping pretty much towards the end of the video for 2-Point Show, where they had Kenny Omega via voiceover come in and show off a in-character model for Darby Allin. And I kind of figured that it was going to be the model for Darby Allin because there was a tease of his boots on AEW Dark, and then for the actual thumbnail of the video, you could see in the background behind Aubrey and Allie's renders, you could see Darby Allin's arm, or his hand tattoo, so I kind of figured that's what we were going to get, and lo and behold, that's what we got. We got a little tease for Darby Allin's render, how it was working, how it was being worked on, and they did preface this at the bottom of the screen by saying the footage captured for the game was still in early stages of development. Understandable, but honestly, it does look pretty damn good, especially for this early stages in the development. The face paint looks awesome. It looks very realistic, even inside the ears. Like, it's not perfectly caked on, especially like how Darby does it on TV. It's kind of missing in some spots. It's not completely filling in his ear and stuff like that. The hair looks good. The skin looks pretty good. It's got the nose piercing and stuff like that. I don't know what attire this is from. Darby Allin's attire kind of looks similar in every appearance that he has on TV. There is a shot that it shows the entire body, and there is a shot where, like, towards the bottom of his, like, shorts, there's like a spray painted heart. I don't know if that's part of his regular attire. I'm not entirely sure. They do some close-ups on like the belt and his tattoos and his arm tattoos and stuff like that. I will say there was a point where I was looking at his model, and especially on second viewing, it might just be me, but his arms seem overly jacked up compared to his body. And if you look at Darby Allin in real life, like, he's got some small arms, but here it kind of looks like they beefed up his hands and his arms. And I was thinking about the models from the reveal trailer where we had Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega and Shida, and some people kind of criticized it for looking a little bit too cartoonish. I am getting sort of vibes from this, but I will say this kind of seems more played down. So it seems like they kind of saw the criticism from the reveal trailer where people were saying it looks a little bit too overly cartoonish, and I feel like maybe going off of this, they are trying to work on, like, dimming down the cartoonish look, because this kind of looks like a mixture between what we got from the reveal trailer and a little bit more realistic from more current wrestling games like the WWE 2K games. So this could be a bit of a mixture between it. Now, I thought all we were going to get was the reveal for what Darby's character would look like, but no. We got actual gameplay revealed. It was a tiny bit, but still awesome nonetheless. So we go into these little snippets, and this is what I was hoping to see. I wanted to see what the arena looked like, and lo and behold, we got a look at what the arena would look like. More specifically, we got a look at what camera angle, seemingly, they're going to be using for the game. And for people that have played games like WWF No Mercy or SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, you'll be very familiar with this camera angle. So it's facing towards the entrance ramp, which is what it was like in those games, and pretty much what it's been like this past year with AEW since they've been filming at Daly's Place, and kind of like how WWE was when they were filming at the PC. They changed their hard cam, where normally the entrance ramp would be on the left side of the screen, but now they've changed it to where the entranceway is like hard cam style, so the hard cam has a lot of like empty space to fill up since there was no crowd for most of the year. They kind of wanted to fill up the screen with the Titantrons, and that's the same position they've gone with here. And in this gameplay, the first couple seconds is Darby Allin throwing punches at this green guy. This is normally the stand-in model that they have. If you're familiar with like creative movesets in the WWE games, you'll know that this guy usually shows up alongside the other red guy. So hey, that's another person from WWE that's jumped over to AEW, but that's kind of in a lot of video games. You'll have this sort of stuff. Now, this is why I really wanted to see some of the arena stuff. And the arena looks great. You know, the ring looks awesome. The crowd is there. This is why I wanted to see this. Because if you know wrestling games, and all of us know this from the 2K games with WWE, the crowds are wearing wrestling shirts. And usually, the shirts that the crowd are wearing pertain to superstars that we can expect to see in the game. So you know, I have combed through this and I have looked at all of the t-shirts to see what superstars we can expect to see in this game. And already from this first shot, I can make out the Young Bucks t-shirts, which obviously we figured they were going to be in the game. We also saw earlier, like, early development footage of their Meltzer driver finishing move, so obviously they were going to be in the game. I see a Jon Moxley t-shirt, so he will most definitely be in the game. I see an Orange Cassidy t-shirt, so he will more than likely be in the game. And I do see a Darby Allin t-shirt, which obviously, yes, he will be in the game. Now, I wanted to get on to the actual moves that we see here. So we see Darby throwing a punch, and then we see some springboard action. So Darby walks over to the ropes, and sort of like how we've seen with WWE games, I'm assuming he walks over to the ropes, kind of walks into it, hits the punch button, and we see the springboard coffin drop into the green guy, which looks great. And I don't know if it's just the way that it was filmed for this or if it's how it will be in the game, but it cuts to a different camera angle for a couple of seconds, and I love whenever stuff like that happens in the 2K games, whenever we get these like special camera angles for like a couple seconds for a move and then we cut back to the hard cam. I do like that kind of stuff. That looks very awesome. Now, we're moving on to a part where the guys are fighting on the outside near the crowd barricade, and this is where I noticed one of the more interesting t-shirts. Now, you'll notice in the bottom left there is this white t-shirt that confirms Ty Conti, the former Tainara Conti from WWE and NXT. She is pretty much now confirmed for the game. So that is two female superstars that are going to be in this game, that being Hikaru Shida, who we saw in the initial reveal trailer, and now Tainara Conti. And who knows, maybe I'm missing out on some of the other t-shirts here in the background. Actually, now that I look at it here, I don't know. There's like a red t-shirt here towards the front of the crowd over here. I think that might be Dr. Britt Baker DMD's t-shirt. So if that is the case, then that means we have 3 female superstars confirmed for the game. And now we have Darby Allin and amongst the others, Orange Cassidy, Jon Moxley, them confirmed for the game too. Now Darby Allin Irish whips the green guy from the barricade into the ring apron, and instead of tossing the opponent back into the ring, it makes the green guy bash into the ring apron, which is great. It means it's more of an interactive environment, much like the ringside barricade is. So not only will you be able to throw your opponent back into the ring, but you can throw them into the actual ring apron and give some damage. Now this is where Darby loads up a springboard front missile dropkick and drives the green guy into the crowd barricade back first. And I do like this as sort of like an interactive moment. Once again, we get a little scene where it cuts to a different camera angle and the green guy hits his back on the ringside barricade. I think that looks awesome. And we get another little zoomed in picture of that Young Bucks t-shirt in the background, along with the Orange Cassidy t-shirt, the Kenny Omega pink symbol t-shirt, Darby Allin t-shirt. And once again, the camera angles I think look awesome. And all this looks great. And then once again we get Darby Allin doing another springboard move. This time it is a coffin drop to the outside, and once again we get another camera cut with a specialty camera cut, and he hits the coffin drop to the outside. So that is 2 different versions of springboard coffin drops we have seen, and odds are he'll probably have his normal coffin drop finishing maneuver from off the top rope. Now that is all we got gameplay footage wise. I will say I think this looks pretty awesome. I have not really seen any blemishes in this. I think it looks great. Well, actually, now that I'm looking at it, there is a moment here where when Darby is doing the springboard coffin drop to the outside, there is a moment, if I pause it, it does show his foot kind of clipping through the ring, and there is a moment where his foot clips through the rope. But then again, this is early stage footage, so I can kind of understand why that has happened. I mean, it literally says at the bottom of the screen, footage captured for this game is still in development. But even by development standards, I do still think that looks awesome. And I am very glad that they were able to give us a bigger reveal this time around. I know a lot of people are definitely getting antsy about the console game, so I am glad that they were able to give us something a little bit more tangible for people to talk about. I've been talking about this now for, going on 10 minutes now. And I think it is a lot of really great stuff. I think the Darby Allin model looks great. I think all this gameplay looks awesome. I love that they gave us a look at the arena. The arena looks awesome. It'll be interesting to see if maybe they just chose this camera angle just because they haven't finished modeling the entire arena, or if this will be the main camera angle for the game. I would suppose so. But so far, I think everything looks awesome, and I cannot wait for Episode 5 of AEW Games 2 Show. Episode 4 was probably the biggest episode to date since the reveal in terms of console games. I know everybody was excited for the GM stuff to come out. So, yeah, let me know in the comment section below who you guys think I'm missing out here T-shirts-wise in the crowd. Who else you think will probably be confirmed for the game next? What do you guys think is coming from the game next in 2 Show Episode 5? And, yeah, just let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you guys next time.